boy.
Oh my god.
Hi, everyone.
Hey, everybody. So we're over from Goodman now. Hope you enjoyed this, which will probably be our last stream before we're canceled now. So I had a bit going on the other thing, so I'm not gonna repeat it because I'm tired. Yeah, we're just gonna have a bit of a chat tonight, because why not? We'll talk about some games and just kind of hang out. I'm Cody. I got my friends with me, as always. Go through and introduce yourself, friends.
Mike? That's it. I got nothing more tonight. It's an easy night.
There you go.
I'm Zoe. I also don't have anything else.
I'm Chris. I'm one of said friends, and I also have nothing aside from us invading other streams that we weren't scheduled for.
Nick's not here.
We didn't do
as
that.
you
What are
see
you
on the
talking
screen,
about? Stop
he's
it.
fired for today, and soon we will be too.
Yeah.
Yes. Although, I mean, it might be a way to garner attention for ourselves, pull little stunts of showing up on other people's streams. Maybe.
Yeah,
Pull like our own little Twitch version of Max Headroom. That'd be fun. That's an 80s reference for anybody who is not watching right now, because we have 3 people
Which
on our
I'm surprised.
thing right now. Hooray!
Lesson
I'm
learned.
surprised
We'll
I
check
wasn't the first one.
Yep, usually I'm good at turning that off immediately after we stream on Goodman, but I guess I forgot last week.
Okay.
Well, you know what, Mike? That just means you're fired. Just kidding.
All
We
right,
need
let me
somebody
just
to run our streams, so you're gonna be
add me
hired.
to,
Yeah, we'll
Just fire
rehire Nick,
people
and he can run the streams. It'll be
That's
fine.
right.
Great. So, it's been a little while since we've done one of these, and a lot's happened in the past. Oh God, year? I want to say.
The last time we did
I don't remember.
one of these.
When was the last time? It must have been like last May.
It's been a while.
Usually Nick's our history guy. He's not. We shouldn't have fired him.
We have no one. We have no one to
Probably.
fill that void now. We're just lost.
8 months ago, we did our last performance review.
Yeah, that
See,
fits.
we don't need that guy. I can handle this. I can be the history guy.
Good enough. Good enough. So we played a ton of games in that time. The ones that I listed, which, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, people in chat who don't exist right now. Mainly, we've played DCC, we've played MCC, finally. Although Zoe missed that. We played a lot of Delta Green. We played some Deadlands. We played Lichcraft, Bird Crimes. We started Octung Cthulhu. And we played Alien, and we played Paranoia.
Yep.
Jeez, we've done a lot.
I don't think I missed anything.
Nope, that's it. That's what we've been playing.
Yeah.
Feels about right. Anything jump out at you guys in terms of things you forgot we played?
Deadlands had slipped my mind. That one was a lot of fun.
I do like Deadlands a lot.
It was definitely a different system. The Savage Worlds Adventure.
Yes.
Something with a D, something with an E.
Deadlands Excitement.
Yeah, that one was a lot of fun. That I'd forgotten that we had played. So that's a nice reminder. I really enjoyed the what do they call that? The tokens that we had. Shows how much I remember. It's been so long.
It has been 6 months since we've played Deadlands.
Jeez.
Shows how much you love it when you can't remember a single thing.
Zoe's just on our YouTube now, looking at the videos, being like, "Oh yeah, that was 6 months ago."
Don't call me out like this.
She's cheating. She's cheating.
It's not cheating. It's being resourceful.
This has one headphone actually tuned into the video. Oh yes, plants and zombies and whatnot.
Yes. Oh, a horse. Yes. Right. A bag of salt.
Yes. Somebody remembers our stream. Yeah. So I don't know. Like the only thing. Well, that's going on behind me. The only real. I'm sorry. It's just so distracting. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the obvious question to ask then is like, we've played all these things. So, what games did you guys enjoy the most, or systems, and why? If you guys don't, if somebody doesn't start talking, I'm gonna get a dice out, and we're gonna just voluntold somebody.
Oh no!
The more I play a lot of these games that we're getting the opportunity to try out, the more disappointed I am in the old standby. It's just so boring, and there's not a lot to it compared to all the stuff we've tried. Like I just called out, Deadlands was certainly a fun and different one. You upgrade your die and you get to roll your wild card die, and when you roll the max number, you get to roll again. That's something you don't see.
And even the initiative system with the poker, like with the cards.
The cards, that was a lot of fun.
Is really cool. Although I liked seeing that in Alien, which is weird.
I was going to say Alien's another one that was kind of, well, it was a completely different one. No, I was going to, and the again, those tokens that we spent, don't remember the name of them. Alien had the stress, you get to re-roll, but you add stress each time, which gives you more dice, but more of a chance of something bad happening. That was a really neat mechanic. Even Achtung Cthulhu with the momentum dice is another just fun little resource that we can spend to make the game kind of go our way, but it's also different than what we're used to seeing. That's been my take on all the stuff we've gotten the chance to play.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead, Chris.
Right. I was gonna say, that you mentioned the Alien ones, and I'm like, I mean, it's not so much like Deadlands, where I'm like, I did enjoy that one, but I kind of almost forgot. I was like, oh yeah, we did do that one. But it's like the Alien ones, I did really enjoy that for aside from the fact that it tickled my film fanboy bone of like, oh, we get to go through the Aliens universe, but it was like at least kind of being taken through like a story almost, but being given like character motivations and like for each act, and kind of go roll with it.
But that one also had Nick's ultimate betrayal. Like,
yeah, true.
Does not beat the betrayal that Mike did with Scrubbot, though.
Some of the many reasons he was fired for today.
Yes. Sorry, Chris. Didn't mean to cut you off, though.
Yeah. No, it's all good. I mean, that was at least a fun one too, and at least a quick side note of like, for me, it was just fun of the Alien ones. Like, I was given like a captain, and it was like, you know what, I'm just gonna play it like a no nonsense captain where everything I say is right no matter what. We're just gonna
played it well.
Power through this. Thank you.
That is kind of nice. Since we've sorry, go ahead, Zoe.
I was gonna say, at that point I had killed all of my characters accidentally, and then I was given a character who has no regard for their own life.
I was just going to point out that's another thing we've had the opportunity to do is play some pre-gen characters with a few of these, which has been it's been nice, kind of being given all that stuff, so we don't need to think about it or prepare for it. We just can just kind of dive in with it. So that was been neat between the Christmas. Doom came to Christmas Town, the Alien one, and of course Achtung Cthulhu now.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, those have all been pre-gens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so pre-gens can also be a lot of fun. If you're ever unsure, you want to make your own unique character, it can be a lot of fun just kind of having the character given to you with their own set of motivations and flaws.
Having a meat bag, you get to steer around.
For sure.
Sorry, Chris, we keep cutting you off.
I don't know. Sorry. I was going to add to the pre-gen thing too. Of like it does provide at least like a good start. Yeah, you don't have to worry too much about like trying to get a character put together, but it is also like a good jumping off point of like here's a character with like some traits here and there, kind of go nuts with it afterwards. Yeah, kind of like what we said with just like the different. I mean, as mentioned before, like I no nonsense captain, or the Actung one, where I was like, my character description said it's like doesn't care to speak about his past, and I'm like, I'm just gonna have my character just bring it up, even though he doesn't want to bring it up.
Yeah.
Of course, because when you're given opportunities like that, you got to take it.
Of course.
Well, we do, of course, have another excellent example that unfortunately no one can see, but it was something about the Star Chamber, the Delta Green.
Oh yeah.
When we had Zoe, Sam, and I had to play pre-gen characters who had, let's just call it some intense flaws, and it was a fun and interesting experience. So would recommend that one if no one's played it, but it's another good example of pre-gens working really well.
That one, yeah, I remember when I was reading that one, and when I was preparing to bring it to you guys, and I didn't know how it was going to go, because there's something weird about the idea of playing a character that's hearing a story about another character, and you're playing that character in a different character's memory of the character.
Yep.
So
kind of like Scoops.
Similar to like, yes, of course. How many layers deep does this go?
I always thought that was fun though when we would do the ones with we're playing a character who's playing a character who's then playing a character often.
Those did make some great moments. As Cody mentioned, Scoops, but also
and that's well, yeah, and that's
Nick's professor.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
Oh yes. But that's what makes the Star Chamber particularly like neat as a scenario when it's handed out, right? Because having that framework of like, so you're going to be playing these characters, but they're a memory of that person, right? Like we're playing through it from a certain character's view. So the way that they view each character shifts the way that they kind of play through the story, which is really fun. That's how Mike ended up walking a knife into a woman's chest.
That was... Yes, the fact that you were playing through as different people's memories was a really cool way of doing it, so that everyone kind of changed a bit, depending on
Are there more modules like that we could play through?
None that I've found before. It's very unique in that instance. Well, we can't touch more Delta Green for the moment because I've already started something. Cannot be undone with it. So, that's coming.
We need more paranoia, I think.
Actually, yeah, that's been a minute.
Do you want to elaborate on that?
No, this is a good time. That was it.
We just need
She
more
wants more
paranoia.
scrub bots. She wants to kill Mike more.
Yeah. I want to kill Mike, hang out with Scrubot.
A sassy scrub bot.
Twist next game. Mike is the scrub bot.
He drives himself off the top of the building. She's like, no, must destroy all Scrubbots. He is the Scrubbot that wanted to self-destruct.
Yes. He's the one scrubbot that becomes self-aware and then just wants to ruin everything.
Yeah, it's paranoia is a fun one too, especially with those especially with the cards we get of like, I'm trying to remember what I got for the last one, but I think one of them was at least like, if not me or somebody else got like a flamethrower, I think, unless I'm thinking of something completely different. I mean, no, wait, Deadlands, I think I had a flamethrower as well, which fun times.
And Alien. You guys had a flamethrower and Alien.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't help me at all.
We love our
I may have been playing the rules wrong, but it didn't work. Look, you try learning a new game like every month to play on the internet, okay?
He's got us there.
I was gonna say that is absolutely something. One of the challenges of all this is you gotta try and figure out so many different rule sets quickly, and be able to play with them competently.
Yeah. Well, or in my case, incompetently, but entertainingly. I think. I'm frozen.
Yeah.
Did you catch my witty comment before I froze?
Yeah. I did.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. There's at least a few times too for the past 8 months. It's like we've certainly had games that kind of certainly either to us or just like something happening where just it kind of almost gone off the rails. We're just caught in fits of laughter for it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, going off the rails is a staple of us, but yes, the fits of laughter have been great.
Oh yeah, especially with was it the last the last one we did too. Just like it's always complaints about the bomb kit, not the explosive kit not having a bomb.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't write the.
Armand is still waiting his reply because he did send in a formal complaint to the company. Not that any of our viewers saw the formal complaint, but there is a formal complaint submitted. It's in the mail.
You're in the middle of wartime France. The mail system is slow at best, so
it's on its way though. He
sorry,
paid
you
that
gotta
postage.
wait some time. Oh, I know.
He'll be waiting.
I see no issues with sending
he will.
a letter in Nazi-occupied Germany requesting explosives from a company.
They should have come with the kit. Who sells a demolitions kit without explosives? Only the game master.
You know what? Jeez.
One of the things we haven't touched upon is bird crimes, which was sorry. Yeah,
I think about Irish Jason Statham a lot.
I forgot about that accent.
He lives in my head rent free.
Yeah, I just want to those short, quick little one-shot RPGs often are a lot of fun.
They are.
Mhm.
Yes.
And there's plenty
I
floating
believe you
around.
guys. Yeah.
We failed.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was gonna say. I believe you guys failed that one.
Yeah.
All the birds
Just like
died.
saving Christmas.
But we tried
We
our
didn't
best.
say we were good at them. We said we enjoyed them.
But that's what gives them replayability. If you ever have like a board game afternoon, you pull out one of these little RPGs like Bird Crimes or Fiasco or things of that nature, where you just sit down with a group. You don't need a whole lot of role playing experience. You don't need a lot of rules. You just kind of get to act out fun little improv scenes.
Yes.
Which are nice if you don't want to make the commitment to a full long adventure or campaign.
Low commitment.
Well, it's interesting and hearing the way you guys were talking about pre-gen characters before, right? It's neat coming to this and hearing you guys be able to venerate pre-generated characters a little bit more, because I think we all have this idea with RPGs in particular that, like, you have to put in so much effort into a bespoke character, and they need to be the best thing ever, and you have to love what they're doing and how they're doing it, and it's like ever since we played DCC, and it's just like, no, that character's dead now.
Yeah.
They've turned into bags of meat for you guys to
Just let them live their life and not be scared of everything,
DCC is kind of an excellent. Sorry, go ahead, Chris.
I was gonna add too, with like especially with the last one we did too, where we basically just burned through like several characters.
Oh God, MCC.
Yeah. I lost four characters within like the first couple minutes.
Yeah, DCC is good at teaching you that your characters aren't special, which is something that you do find, or at least I find with my let's say D&D characters. They're special, they're important to you, you spend time on them. DCC throws that right out the window, but what I like about DCC is the characters also kind of develop their own personality as you go through the funnel. At least in my experience, you come out the other side, you kind of know how your characters behave and act, just based on how you've played them through the funnel. And I think that's a fun way to make them. So just kudos again to Goodman for that excellent system.
He's just trying to send out a kudos to them so they don't fire us.
We're sorry we interrupted the stream.
Told you guys nothing was streaming. Didn't actually interrupt anything.
No, we just have like a little 1-minute clip on their channel right now. 3 minutes. Yeah.
Oh well.
Hopefully,
what's gonna happen?
The end of it doesn't catch my cursing, because they're also a family-friendly channel.
I think I
Unlike
stopped it
us.
by the time I started swearing.
I hope so.
As soon as
you might want to contact somebody, Mike, and ask them to take that down.
I mean, it would have been funny if it was just like, oh, and just like cuts off.
Yeah. You might want to contact someone, Mike, and have that taken down.
Oh, come on. I've dropped more than one F-bomb on Goodman.
Yeah. And you got some serious side-eye for it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I was gonna add too. Again, it's just the just like the pre-gen stuff is just like it seems like it's like you don't really need it at times, but it's just like it's simple, but again, there's just so much fun with it too. Where even with the Christmas one, that ended up being Christmas / a January a belated January stream. It was I had fun with at least like the snowman one that I was playing too, where it was like Well, he's a snowman warrior, yes, but I imagine he's also in the shape of a foot that has like axes and other weapons just sticking out of him for limbs.
Well, but that's just the fun creative license to take with everything.
Mm-hmm.
That does kind of say something about us as a group playing. That we see a lot of
that we're
shenanigans.
Ridiculous. Yes. But I like to think that's why we're entertaining.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
You wouldn't guess. Yep, which you wouldn't guess based on the fact that we have like 3 people watching us right now.
We're too silly.
Right,
folks?
To be fair, we're not even playing anything tonight. We're just kind of having a podcast type deal.
Yeah.
But
yeah, but the chat could definitely jump in and make us feel better.
Yeah.
Although I will be right back, so you 3 can keep holding down the fort for 1 minute.
No, he's leaving us unattended.
Oh no.
Oh
that
no.
Always goes well.
Quick, get back on the Goodman channel.
And welcome to Goodman Games.
Actually, while he's not here, we should give a shout out to Cody as our game master, GM, game mother, all the various titles. He does an excellent job at being ready for us to play a different RPG every other week. Running it for us, having a lot of fun doing that, being able to that's what I'm looking for, kind of conform to our insanity as well through that.
Mm-hmm.
Just an excellent game master in that respect.
Yeah, especially to put up with us, it's like that's a pretty good job on his part.
I can imagine there are times where we're quite trying. Like, I don't know, for example, if you had an explosive kit without any explosives.
Or if you're like me, that just throws out several 90s references in one game. Because I heard the big game was set in the 90s and like, screw it, I'm gonna search and toss out as many 90s
we'll show
references
them how
as
90s
possible.
this really is.
The 90s are back.
Yeah. So I think anyone else say favorite of what we've done recently?
Sorry, what was that, Mike?
What was everyone's favorite that we played recently since our last meeting 8 months ago?
In the last 8 months, which was our favorite?
Man, that's gonna be.
I really like Delta Green, but if I had to pick if Delta Green was out of it, because we do a lot of that, I would say it would be Deadlands, because that was just really fun and different, I find.
Yeah, I really enjoyed Deadlands as well. That was a good one. Although I'm excited to play more MCC personally. I really enjoyed the way that went. I know you didn't get to experience that, Zoe, but but it's not the same fantasy that we're used to, but it's also not like Delta Green where you're playing in a pseudo real world. I'm excited to try more of that. I could see that becoming my favorite in the near future.
Yeah.
What about you, Chris?
I guess I was gonna say Delta Green as well, but to at least try to be different. And again, because we play that one a lot as well. I think the Alien one might still be my favorite. Again, just kind of I had a lot of fun with that one. Again, it's just kind of like, especially given the different motivations that each of us had to like follow and the trials and tribulations and trying to like keep everything together as everything else is just falling apart.
Yeah, that one was really good. And I think one of the advantages, one of the reasons we could really experience that was because it was just a story. Like it wasn't so much a campaign or even an adventure. It was a 3-act story for what happened to these people on this ship, which is a really neat part of the system. Is that you can do that, or I think it's set up that way, and you can tack on a campaign if you want after the fact. But like you say, yeah, we all had our own motivations. We all had hidden motivations from each other that we were supposed to stick to. In that respect, it's kind of like some board games you see, the deception type ones.
Yeah.
Certainly, Nick's twist at the end felt very much.
I was not expecting that.
Nope, no, I was not prepared. That was an excellent reveal. Kudos to Nick on the timing of that one.
Yeah.
What
Sam
about
oh, sorry.
I was just gonna say, what about least favorites? Are there any that we've played that you guys didn't think all that much of, or thought this could be better, or found yourself wishing we were playing Delta Green instead?
Think so.
Yeah, no, I thought they've all been pretty good too.
Yeah, I'm trying to. All favorites and no dislikes.
I mean, it speaks to the quality of RPGs that are out there these days.
Yeah, true. I mean, yeah, I guess it's at least maybe just so much variety, and I guess with each one we kind of were able to spend just enough time where it's like it's not too much, but it's not too little to be like frustrated. Of like, I didn't even get a chance to figure this one out.
Oh, that's an interesting one, because I think for me, Deadlands is one that I would have loved to get to play another adventure in, because it was so different. We were just kind of figuring out how it all worked through the adventure we did do, and I think it would have been really cool to see how that continued to grow as you continue. So hopefully we get a chance to revisit that one at some point.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, especially if we get another crack at it, like at least we could. Yeah, I think we'd probably have a better handle on things, or I don't know. Who knows? Maybe it might be another thing of like we all forget again. It's like, well, we gotta refresh and like I remember the rules. It's been 8 months. It's been too long.
It has been a while for that one. We have been doing a lot of Delta Green. We all enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. Might be interesting. I mean, it'll be exciting to see where Achtung Cthulhu goes. Might be interesting to try Call of Cthulhu at some point, because they're kind of similar in theme with the Lovecraftian horror, but they are also different in terms of mechanics. So I'm curious, and hopefully we get to see what the difference is and which we prefer. I think it'll be Delta Green, but
I was going to say that reminds me. Because we played, I mean, since we started CCC, we've played at least 2, unless I'm somehow forgetting another one, but I'm pretty sure we played at least 2 different Delta Green games, or like 2 campaigns of that. So I guess I wanted to ask you guys, like, between the 2 of those, like, which did you? I guess which one did you prefer, or like found to be like the better fun experience of them, or like I guess favorites on between those 2?
It's a good question. For me, it would be the second one, the Night Force. There was, and I don't know if it's just the setup of the scenario for the last equation, but there was more investigating that we could do on our own for the Night Force. There were different leads we could follow. We never really understood what was going on. I mean, I guess we didn't figure out what was going on in the equation one either, but it was there wasn't a lot that we could do since none of our characters were mathematicians.
Yeah.
And that's certainly one of the draws I find of Delta Green is that you play through an investigation, which is of course is a lot of fun. And I don't know how the heck Cody does it. I couldn't keep track of everything and dropping leads where they need to be, but not where they're not supposed to be. But yeah, for me, it was definitely the Night Floors.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Chris?
Yeah, I think it was. Well, I'm a little torn because again, this. I know we've joked about it, but the scoops thing, I was like, at least found that funny and just like that was at least memorable for like my first Delta Green. I was also like, I'm just gonna own the fact that my character might be slowly going insane and just deep undercover.
Well, that is something that is quite a bit of fun about Delta Green is that your characters do slowly go insane. And doing the role play of that is a lot of fun. But that's a good point too. That definitely the characters you get to play are an important part of what makes an RPG, fun or special to you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Cody, from a game master perspective? We were just discussing Delta Green and which scenario we all preferred. Which one was your preferred Delta Green?
From the ones we played on the channel?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We played Night Floors.
Or am I open to all Delta
Green
scenarios ever?
Let's do both. What was your favorite on the channel and then all time?
Oh, we lost him.
We may have lost him.
Yeah.
We broke him with this question.
Well, yeah, that's fair. I think in both cases, it's still going to be last in because it's just such a great scenario. Like, it's so well written, so well paced. I think the one though that I don't know, like the extra ones that we played before we started the channel, with Mike, Zoe, and Sam, when we did the Night at the Opera campaign, that was so much fun. Like the haunted house one was great. They were all great for different reasons. And all so amazingly written and laid out. They're so much fun to game master because it's like looking at a sandbox and watching where you guys are going to stumble into, and seeing how it slowly turns from this wide open sandpit into more just a trap that you guys are springing onto yourselves. It's awesome. I love running Delta Green.
That's funny because I just made a comment about how difficult it must be as the handler to leave us with this kind of nebulous situation and figure out where to drop the hints for us.
Yeah.
We
investigate,
be
and go surprised. Down all sorts of weird I'm a little surprised that we've lost Cody again. I think.
I still hear him. He just stopped saying
do you?
anything.
Oh, okay.
I'm losing it. You guys are stopping on me.
Yeah, he's just talking real slow because his computer's making him slow. I assume he's not actually talking in slow motion.
Just blip in.
Internet's not very happy tonight, gang.
Apparently not.
No. We're gonna have to invest in a new computer for Cody.
I'm back. Am I back?
We can hear
I hear you. find it really funny that I'm hearing like Cody all
Am I
choppy, but I hear his daughter in the background so clearly.
Yeah.
Like there's no choppiness in her, but Cody's going all choppy.
She just really wants to participate.
Yeah.
This is just funny.
Well, I'm back.
It's not a complaint.
Apologies.
Since you're back, the other question we asked everyone here was what their favorite was that we've played since our last review. Do you have a favorite as a game master that you found to be the most fun to run? Throwing out the tough questions.
Most fun to run. No, but they're good. I think it makes sense. I think my favorite thing to run still so far has been Delta Green. Like, there's nothing is dethroned as my favorite game to run. Like, it's like, I like each of the ones we've run. And I like running them for different reasons, but there's just something about the shenanigans we get up to in Delta Green and the way that the scenarios are laid out, which is just amazing every time. Like, even when we were playing the last equation and we were struggling because nobody knew mathematics, we were still able to make it fun.
One other thing I really enjoy, I'm sure we've said this many times before about Delta Green, is just the juxtaposition, especially with how, let's say, silly we can get sometimes. Is just the juxtaposition of us, breaking down, laughing, barely able to do anything one moment to the next moment, just sheer horror about these terrifying, terrible things happening. And it still hits very hard. And I think that is partly due to, how well written those scenarios are, but also just Cody is an excellent handler and creating that tension.
Oh, you. Yeah. So I don't know. I find that tension. I find that tension evident, like 100% of the time, even if it's not meant to be there. It exists somehow.
It's just that knowledge that something horrible is coming.
Yeah.
Yes.
That kind of makes me think now. I got a question for Cody as a GM too, of like, out of like the games you played for the last while, was there at least like a moment or two where we did something that we did out of nowhere that you kind of didn't expect, or it was like you thought we were gonna like zig, but we end up breaking the game or just zagging completely in the opposite direction of what we were supposed to do?
So like my answer would be yes, but also no. Like I try to go into all of the games that we set up very unstructured because I want to give you guys the freedom to do whatever you want. And a lot of the time I like to just riff off what you guys do because it's usually more fun or funnier than whatever is written there instead. And I know it's boring to sit there and watch me paw through pages trying to find what's actually supposed to be there. So a lot of times it's faster for me to just kind of go, okay, well, this is what makes sense instead, and keep it moving. Right? I'm trying to think of any moments where I felt thrown off. And I don't think you guys have been able to surprise me enough to make me actually need to stop and like rethink everything.
Time there weren't any explosives in my demolitions kit.
No, I was pretty quick with that, I think.
Can't believe how firm on that decision he was.
So I guess my follow-up again. Sorry, yeah.
No, go ahead, Mike.
I was just going to say another question for you as the GM, because we don't get to see that side very often. Are there any games that you have found to be, I don't know, lacking? You don't love the way the rules are laid out, or they didn't work with your style of running a game?
For the most part, everything's been pretty good. I found Deadlands kind of annoying to get my head around initially. It took me having to actually play it with you guys to understand the way that the mechanics actually worked out. And I don't know if that's because it's spread between the Savage World books and Deadlands books, and trying to, like, it's a bit more nebulous in terms of, like, well, you have to do, like, you're doing your 2 hits, and then if you're above a certain threshold, then you're doing additional damage, and you need to, like, keep track of how those numbers stack up, which isn't like any other game I've played. So I didn't have a frame of reference to latch on to, right?
Right.
At least until we played it and it started making sense in actual in play.
That makes sense. That's certainly one that I found. Well, I mean, I find that with a lot of the games, but we as players are it's a little more forgiving that we can kind of learn the rules as we play in that respect. But Savage Worlds was definitely one that took a while for us to get the hang of.
Well, and I tried to tell you guys, like, don't go read the books because there's like 4 of them, and I wasn't sure where rules were going to be pulled from, and I was trying to, like, put it down, and it took like at least Mike, Nick, and I in game going, oh no, this is how it works. Like,
that is the disadvantage of playing a different RPG every few weeks.
Yeah.
Fall out eventually, you know?
That's another one we should give Nick. Nick's been very good at reading through the rules for the players and giving us a rundown on what's what as well.
He makes like fun little cheat sheets and everything.
Yeah, absolutely. Which has come in real handy. All right, so my next question, I don't know if everyone remembers all their characters, but do you guys have a favorite that you've played recently? I have a guess as to who Chris's is.
Chris, let's see if he's wrong.
Oh, man. Are we talking out of the whole thing so far, or just like between the last review meeting and now?
I don't remember in reference to when the last review meeting was, who we've played and who we haven't. So I'm going to say ever. Oh, because Scoops was before that, wasn't he?
I think Scoops was before that.
Yeah. Scoops was before that. So let's go ever.
Let's go. Yeah, I think you guys called me out. Just if I could at least do like a top 3, it's Scoops, followed by the no nonsense captain. That just this has to be always right no matter what. I can't remember the name of her, but I go with no nonsense captain, and I'm starting to warm up to, and again, I should remember the names, but I'm going by guy who has a secret past that doesn't want to discuss it at all.
Guy who has secret past.
I really appreciate how you've just run with that, and it's just fantastic. What about you, Zoe? Do you have any favorites?
I really enjoyed playing Clarissa in Deadlands. because I thought she was fun. Because, you know, who doesn't like playing an escort? And I am having a lot of fun playing Armand. I get to file complaints to, you know, the Game Master Corporation about their demolition kits.
I was gonna go with the hired help in Alien. I can't remember her name or what her job was specifically, but she was a lot of fun for me to play, and I was quite disappointed when she got taken out earlier than I would have liked.
When you're part of the maintenance crew.
Yeah.
And
which I apologize for just constantly giving orders. Part of me underneath like all that, I was like, man, I should apologize later.
One of those maintenance crew workers
so
that
fun
hates when things need
worker who hates. Yeah. Who's just fed up with the captain and does not want to deal with him, her, whichever.
Yeah. Hates her guts. Yeah.
You're like the IT person that's like, did you turn it off and back on again? Like, yeah. And then you go into their stuff and you can see, like, you haven't shut your computer off in a week. It has updates pending. Those were the vibes you were giving, where you're like, I know they're not being honest about how well they took care of this equipment. He's like, they're lying to me, but I can see right here that they didn't do it.
Yeah, so it was a lot of fun for me. What about you, Cody? Are there any characters that have stood out to you as the game master that you've really enjoyed watching do stuff?
Weird Delta Green crews are always hilarious. The Octung Cthulhu one has been fun to see so far. Alien was fun because that was just a mess.
Oh yeah.
We nearly survived. Most of us.
Yeah. Deadlands was neat. I'd love to go back and see how we could keep that one moving still.
Who was your favorite NPC to play?
Oh God, there's been so many now I can't remember. I can't pick a favorite.
If I said that, who's the first NPC that just comes to your mind when you think about like fun NPCs to play? Not necessarily a favorite, just who do you think
of? Probably the second Scrubbot from I think it was Scrubbot 002.
Oh yeah. Love that Scrubbot.
Because he was something special.
No, I didn't love that Scrubbot.
That was so fun.
I don't believe that Scrubbot was ever written into any book, and I'm a very strong believer that Cody made that up to mess with me.
As they're going down the stairs. Wait, are his treads okay? Yeah, they're fine.
There's no way that was written into the book. He for sure made that up.
It was.
I don't believe you.
I just.
I'll never know for sure, but I don't believe.
I just love the excuses he kept giving of like why he couldn't do things. It's like, I guess it was like, I don't quite work as I used to. Just like,
we'll never be as good as that Scrubbot.
Yep.
It's like an Eeyore, but worse. You know? He took Eeyore and mixed him with a Roomba.
I just got an image of just a Roomba.
Yeah, I don't know. Are there any NPCs that you guys particularly?
I mean, already took
I'm betting no.
Who I enjoyed?
The Scrub
Palmer's buddy. Mark.
Yeah.
P-Man.
Mark,
yes, the P-Man.
Just stupid.
Yes, he was.
Actually,
thank you.
Which, kind of a quick side note too. I love how that Delta Green one became so much of a mindfuck near the end of it. We were like, screw it, we're just burning the whole thing down.
When in doubt, arson.
Not intentionally going
the
back.
you
Delta
guys think
Green
that
model.
that's it,
but
that's over.
Yeah.
That's one of the nice things.
Yeah, that model only applies to
You can
Delta
just burn
Green.
it down.
Don't take
Yeah.
it elsewhere. It's only in Delta Green. Can you, when in doubt, arson? Because any other situation is bad advice. Don't set things on fire. That is crime.
That's a life lessons from CCC. Don't take arson out of Delta Green.
Yeah. Life lessons for today. Don't do crime outside of Delta Green.
Don't do it.
Crime is bad. The more you know.
Especially if you're bird.
Yeah. Don't do crime.
Looking back at the list, do you guys remember when we played Lichcraft?
Yes.
Lichcraft.
Does anybody have
very
what memories are you guys having of that?
Lichcraft, I thought it was really well done, both as an RPG, but also why it was written. It was a lot of fun to play, but it was also very powerful, I thought.
I have with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
was just wondering.
Yeah,
I
I definitely.
again the other day.
Oh yeah. No, it's good that you brought it up. Like it's remembering it again. It's like I did appreciate kind of like especially the message it gets across at the end of it too.
Okay, I bought the book for it after the zine.
Oh,
nice, good. Yeah, the zine.
The zine.
The zine.
Glad you bought the zine. It is Zine Month on Kickstarter.
You hear that, Chris? Zine Month.
Yeah.
Get scoops on it.
Gotta get scoops. I'm gonna have to create a
some
whole new
zines.
create a new Kickstarter account, just the scoops, and just like subscribe to every zine.
Only fun zines.
I'm sure
Fun all
Scoops
the
can get
zines.
us like a zine sponsorship.
Yeah. Trying to think what else we played too.
Well, I mean, then the next thing to really ask is: so we've touched a lot of games in the last year. Some of which I know like we've already said we'd like to go back to. But the systems actually, they're used in so many other games that we could potentially try as well and pick up fairly quickly, right? So, for instance, Delta Green works off what's known as modified basic role playing from Chaosium. So we could use that. Basically, would already know how to play like Call of Cthulhu or RuneQuest or Pendragon, which could be really interesting. The Alien Year Zero works very similarly to like Tales of the Loop, Symbaroum, Vaesen, and all of like Modifius's line is their 2d20 system. So there's like the Counting Game, Star Trek, Fallout. So we have so much now that we've kind of broken into that we could like step into, and that's not mentioning like countless other system agnostic zines or we're gonna play Mothership at some point. And like Morkborg and whatnot. Is there anything in particular that you guys are like itching to really try?
I mean, for me, I'm just kind of excited for like just something new and different. Like it's, whether it ends up being just like oh yeah, I'm down to do this again, or it's like I might need a second to like just kind of figure out what exactly I need to do for the system of this one. So the long story short of it is just toss whatever's thrown at us, and we'll see if we sink or swim with it.
I would say, despite how much we've been praising Delta Green tonight, I think its stronger point is the storytelling and the way the scenarios are written, more so than the mechanics. The mechanics are fine, but they're nothing special. Whereas I did mention this earlier while you were away, Cody. One that I am itching to try again is the Deadlands, because I really found that to be a very different system that I really enjoyed, and I'd be really curious to explore that more. I guess that would be the Savage World.
That one was interesting. Yeah, but that one was really interesting in how the storytelling like actually integrated with the mechanics in a bit more of a fundamental way, I want to say. Like, you're right in that, like, Delta Green, it kind of sits there and it supports what it is we're doing most of the time, which is just storytelling. There's a lot more in the mechanics that can be done to like make it denser.
That's
but
true, yeah.
we avoid that a little bit, and I don't think it can necessarily become as like crunchy as something like a Pathfinder or even D&D at certain points. But yeah, like it does work to support what we're doing most of the time.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
What about you, Zoe? Is there anything in particular you're looking to try out?
So the same way as Mike. Ditto what Mike said.
Just stealing answers.
Yeah.
Nothing?
I swear I wrote it down first, he copied me.
Cop out.
I do like Paranoia a lot and would like to play more Paranoia, but
another very good one, yeah. What about you, Cody? Do you see any that you are really excited to run again from a mechanics standpoint?
I love all of them. They all make me excited. I don't have like the ones we've played before. I don't have any that excite me more than any of the other ones, I don't think. I do want to keep trying new things and seeing like more and more what fits with us, right? Like I've been sitting on Vaesen for a long time and I'm really interested in trying that one out. Some of the other ones, like there's a bunch of stuff that also integrates or is sitting within RPG history, which like I feel like I'd love for us to try just to kind of be able to say that we did, like to up our group's cred. Like we talked about, Traveler being the game where your characters can die in character.
Oh yeah, I like that.
That's it.
I remember
like it's a 50-year-old RPG that was created like parallel to D&D with none of the same influence. So apparently it plays completely differently. Like that's really cool. Call of Cthulhu has some of the biggest campaigns that have hung around, like Masks of Nyarlathotep is the biggest RPG campaign, or the most famous RPG campaign that a lot of people talk about. So like I'd love to try that to see how that goes. I've also heard reading things about the Pendragon Ultimate Campaign. Like that one's a campaign where you start out a family and eventually play through like 7 or 8 generations of the family and their impact on like Arthurian legend. There's some really, really cool stuff that exists from like from the history, which I would love to be able to pull up and do. Similarly, there's another one which I don't have written down on here, but like the Warhammer Fantasy: The Enemy Within campaign is supposed to also be the best RPG campaign ever written. So there's stuff like that, which is, it just seems super cool. Do I think we could ever get through a whole campaign like that? No, probably not. But it could be neat to try.
Years on one campaign.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, yes. That includes answers my follow-up question, which is, what would you like to play going forward?
That. Ditto his last answer.
I don't know.
Sam likes Warhammer, he says in the
It's
chat.
hard. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I I love everything we've played, and it's hard because having limited time, I want to play everything, and I want to spend our time doing everything that we can all of the time. So it's hard to sit here and look at that and be like, yeah, I want to get through. I'd love to get through like 8 fucking massive campaigns, but it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. But we can't. Sorry, we also can't do that and try a bunch of other RPGs on the side and shit. Like, we don't have the time.
Yep.
It's hard to have like so many things going at once.
Yeah. You can't be like, and now you're in the ultimate battle with the big bad, and we're just changing games now. We're just doing more bird crimes.
Exactly.
For like, if we
you could if you're us.
It would make that one drag on so much longer if we're doing a bunch of little things in between too, because we stream once every other week, so it would make for a long time before anyone can see like how things are going, and then we forget what's going on, and like, God forbid Nick misses a day, because those are the notes we all steal.
Thank goodness for Nick's notes.
You mean you don't remember what happened last week?
I can't remember what
it was a month ago. How did you forget?
I feel like we should just have like a subsection, or just like a little, just a little section called like, let's explore Nick's notes, and just like read out of context like notes.
We don't have enough time to read it. They're probably like novels.
That's why I say take a couple lines out of context.
I'm trying to see. I don't have any of his notes.
No, he keeps them all secret. But I've seen glimpses of his notes, and they're detailed.
Jeez. Oh, jeez. They are.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's gone into them. You're gonna get lost in there, Cody. Look away.
Look away. Shut your eyes.
They're gonna suck you in.
If you kill me, never understand infinite wisdom of the cosmos. Could transcend humanity. Let Gary starts cigarette later. Yes, of course.
Why does it sound like you're reading an excerpt from a novel?
These are his Delta Green notes.
Oh, imagine. Guy's not here, we're just making fun of his notes.
Like I said, just take a line or two out of context and just call it. This is a section of this. No, we're not. Obviously not. But yeah.
Guns and grenades in the truck. Strap woman in back.
Wait, can you repeat that? I missed it.
Guns and grenades in the truck. Strap woman in back.
Don't agree.
Needs us to die. Need to do what is asked. The numbers told me to.
Oh.
Yep.
That's
the last equation.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember the strapping the woman in the back because I'm pretty sure we got into a car accident right after that.
Yep.
We did. And then somebody may have taken a high caliber rifle and stopped her.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And people are all weird about me wanting to
Good
burn
times.
things down.
Sometimes you just need to stop the threat.
Yeah, but sometimes you gotta look in the mirror and realize maybe you're the threat.
Are we the threat?
How many doors you've kicked down? Because it's been, I think every game we've played, you've kicked down a door, other than bird crimes. But even then, I think he kicked open one of the
Jason
luggage
Statham
doors.
definitely kicked down
Yeah.
the. Actually, did he kick down the pilot's door?
I thought he did. I think you've kicked down a door in every game we've played.
Well, how else do you get through doors, Zoe?
Multiple doors.
Doorknobs, keys.
Yeah. We're gonna have to start like a little tally of how many times you kick down doors.
How many times?
How many times Cody kills characters? How many times one of my guys kicks down a door?
Yeah.
I mean, we could make a drinking game out of this. Just
my problem. I yell at
Zoe
NPCs.
Gets overly attached to an inanimate object.
They're not inanimate. They talk. The script bots conversate with you. They do things. They're sentient. How else would they have depression?
Actually, it's a really good point. I've no comeback for that one.
It sure has been a wild year, eh, guys?
Yeah.
Played a lot of stuff. Had a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Cody's been working on next year's Christmas special where we steal back Christmas from the Grinch.
Man, I don't have time to do that.
You already agreed to it. You can't take it back now.
I am a child to raise. Okay?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Write the story for your child. Read it to her as a bedtime story. Great.
And then the Grinch killed all of them slowly and painfully as they begged for him to let them save Christmas.
Yeah. We're trying to steal it back at this point. He's stolen Christmas. It's his.
As their life slowly drained out of them, turning each of them into a withered husk.
It's going to be like the same day every year going back and trying again.
Every year our yearly tradition of failing to save Christmas.
Cody just has to write this one campaign just has to write this one campaign of us trying to steal Christmas back from the Grinch, and we just replay it over and over with new people trying to get Christmas from the Grinch every year, because we're not going to be able to do it. We're no good at one-shots.
Just the one group.
At Lichcraft.
Yeah, we did.
And
but yes.
Nick succeeded at Alien. I listened to one shot.
Oh, if it counts if one person succeeded at killing all of us.
I'm beginning to see your point.
Through Deadlands.
Yeah. So,
we did make it
yeah, you can make this one campaign, and it's gonna last us years to come.
Okay.
The value from it. The return on investment here.
The return on investment.
The ROI of this campaign.
Turn around. I'll sell it to Goodman.
Yeah, exactly.
Follow up for when you fail Doom. Doom came to Christmas Town.
Yeah, I can make sequels out of it.
Oh God.
It'll be great.
Well,
all right.
Do you have any other questions or any other good memories they want to discuss?
I was just going to ask if anyone had any final thoughts.
Well, I mean, here's to another, I guess, if this is the pattern, here's to another 8 months of more games and More shenanigans.
Definitely. May we continue doing this for until Goodman fires us next week.
Yeah. And don't worry, CCC is hiring Nick back.
Yep. We can use all the manpower we need.
Yes.
Yeah.
There will always be
We're
space.
gonna need him to draft something up for our argument to not get kicked off Goodman after what we've done tonight.
We're really, really, really sorry.
All right. Well, with that, thanks for those of you who have tuned in all the way through our ramble here. I've been the Cryptocracy. My name is Cody. I'm the usual judge. You can find us on YouTube and Twitch at Corporate Crash Course, and on Twitter and Instagram, TTRPGs. Next week we're playing. I don't know what we're playing next week. I think we're playing more MCC. But we got to figure that out because we don't have Nick next week. And then the following week we're gonna be back on here. You will need to make a character for that.
Yeah.
Maybe make more than one because our MCC
It's a bloodbath.
our MCC track record has not been good so far for survival.
Wait.
But anyway, until next time, have a good one. And we'll see you later.
Goodbye.